The United States win the gold medal.
Representing the United States of America.
It's 5 straight for the United States. Gold medal game. LeBron and Steph Curry against the #1 team in the world.
After one of the toughest Olympic runs in history, the Americans are the world champs. Life is golden again for Team USA. But how did it go down? Why was this road rockier than expected? Let's dissect Team USA's time in Paris. Last summer, Team USA fell short in the FIBA World Cup, and that had a lot of people questioning what would come next.
And the Germans have done it! They have stunned the United States in the semifinals!
At first, there were rumors, just mere whispers, that LeBron James wanted to return to Team USA for the 2024 Olympics. Then there was talk of his Los Angeles Lakers teammate Anthony Davis joining him, then Kevin Durant, then Anthony Edwards, and then even Steph Curry, who had never even played in an Olympics before. In a matter of weeks, the Americans had assembled their very own version of the Basketball Avengers, and they were ready to storm Paris and win a gold medal. I don't even think Thanos could have slowed them down. For the next few months, everyone got hyped as more and more big names joined the squad. They got Jason Tatum, Drew Holiday, and even Joel Embiid, even though he wasn't born in the US. This team was shaping into something special. When training camp began in Las Vegas, it was clear that this was the team to beat. Not since the '92 Dream Team had Team USA looked this good. But then came the exhibition games. Exhibition games technically don't mean anything. They're simply a way for players to practice, shake off the rust, and find a good rhythm with one another. But they do show signs, both good and bad, of how the team is doing. For the most part, Team USA appeared great in these warm-up games. But then came their match against South Sudan. Even though the country itself is less than 20 years old, South Sudan has a slew of great talent and a promising coach, and they let it show.
South Sudan.
Deng brings a lot of energy, and Jones gets to the rim. He loves to go.
Thanks to some last quarter heroics from LeBron James, the Americans beat South Sudan in the exhibition game.
All over Steph. LeBron drives for the lead. He puts it.
But only by one single point. Was this a sign of trouble ahead? Well, yeah, maybe. Just days later, they had trouble with Germany as well, and only escaped from that game with a 4-point victory. And once again, they needed LeBron to put on his Superman cape to make it happen.
James lead in the clock. LeBron James bodying inside his step.
Does he take over?
So at this point, people were noticeably nervous about Team USA, and the Olympics hadn't even started yet. When things started off in Paris, it seemed like Team USA was on a roll. They won their first 3 games in group play, taking down Serbia, Puerto Rico, and South Sudan, who didn't even come close to them this time. But here's the thing, the international teams were amazing this year, and anyone who's been paying attention to basketball shouldn't be surprised by this. Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Dennis Schroeder, Victor freaking Wembanyama. These are just some of the stars who came out to play in this year's Olympics. Years ago, the foreign teams were, well, a little lacking. But in 2024, this was a whole different beast. The Dream Team never had to face opponents like this.
Here's Wemby. It's too long. Watch here, he's backed off him. LeBron goes up, and good timing to block it.
So even though the USA made it through group play, everyone knew their biggest challenges lay ahead. They first took on Brazil in the quarterfinal and looked like the superstars they were. It was Devin Booker who did the most during this game, scoring 18 points.
Won't go. Booker gets the rebound and in off the glass for the United States. First point.
While LeBron put up 12 points and 9 assists.
Being outworked.
LeBron off the glass and the foul.
And KD shot 11 points and became Team USA's all-time leading scorer. They walked away with a 122-87 win, and many people thought they'd waltzed their way to the gold medal. But then came the Joker and his Serbian team, who gave the Americans the biggest scare of the Olympics. There were problems right from the beginning. The Americans started slowly. They underestimated their opponent, and their defense was porous. Serbia was making life miserable for the United States, and Nikola Jokic was loving every second of it. At one point, the Americans were down by 14 points, and it seemed like the victory was out of reach.
And the basket. Nikola Jokic, he is.
Keep in mind, losing would have eliminated them from winning the gold or even a silver. It would have been a huge shock, a complete collapse, a national embarrassment. Despite the odds and a huge deficit they faced, the Americans pulled off a miraculous win.
It's over. The United States are through to the gold medal game.
Setting them up for a gold medal showdown against Victor Wembanyama, Rudy Gobert, and the French. they'd have to win it all on France's home court, which was quite a tall order. But it turns out the Americans were up.
Mr. James is going straight to the hoop.
After a close win against Serbia, many fans were expecting Team USA to come out in a big way during the gold medal match. But the French kept things surprisingly close right from the start. They were behind by only 5 points when the first quarter ended, and were behind by only 8 at halftime. France's length was the biggest headache for Team USA. It's really hard to work through a defense when it's led by someone as tall as Victor Wembanyama.
Didier with the pass into Wemby, no problem.
Additionally, there were a number of painful turnovers that had some people concerned that USA was letting it slip away.
Gobert in the battle with Embiid, and the tussling continued off the ball.
I mean, seriously, how can you stop that? The Americans had been playing hard for weeks, and they didn't think France would put up such a fight. Were they about to lose their chance of winning gold for the 5th straight time? Things looked a lot different when the fourth quarter came around, and the Avengers lived up to their name.
Durant fires with the shot clock running down.
Even with Wembanyama posting 26 points and 7 rebounds, the Americans were just too dominant and unstoppable.
Here comes LeBron! Come on now! King James.
Especially as the last 10 minutes rolled around. It was the newcomer, Steph Curry himself, who lit up the scoreboard the most.
Curry to quieten things down. Of course.
As the game came to a close, he went wild and scored 8. That's right, 8 three-pointers, including 4 in the final 2 minutes and 45 seconds of the game.
Comes back, again with the fake, back to Curry. Lovely dribble, puts it up. Oh, Henry! Have you ever seen anything like it?
He wasn't alone. LeBron James poured it all out with his 14 points, 6 rebounds, and 10 assists.
Here you see the around-the-back pass. Amazing!
LeBron out to Curry, waits for his moment. He's coming from the French bench on how to defend this, but Curry just fires away and says you can't stop that.
While Kevin Durant scored 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists.
Blocked, coming inside, fires away now. And how do you stop that? Turnover, Durant puts it up for Edwards.
Anthony Edwards, Anthony Davis, and Devin Booker all chipped in. As the clock ticked down, it became very clear why so many people were afraid of this team from the very beginning. And when the final buzzer sounded,
has prevailed. What a performance. The United States win the gold medal.
The world was well aware of one undeniable fact. No one plays basketball like Team USA. Following the game, Steve Kerr summed it up best, saying that this team had its sights set solely on winning the gold. And they did it.
Winning 5 straight golds is we still have the most great players. You know, other countries have a lot of great.
Despite the doubts and the rough patches, they did it. The Americans have now won 5 straight Olympic gold medals, a milestone that might not be surpassed for a very long time. But it's an end of an era for this team of superstars. LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant might all be retired by the time the next Olympics come to Los Angeles in 4 years. These superheroes are hanging up their capes and handing off the torch to a young crop of talent who will surely make them proud. It's been an unexpectedly rough road to and through the Olympics for the Americans, but they are coming home as champions once again. That's it for our coverage of men's basketball at the 2024 Paris Olympics. Comment below what you thought was the best part of this journey for the men's basketball team. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you get the latest videos right when they drop.